Before I get into today's video, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land that I am recording on today, the UPCYCLED and Worimi people. I would also like to acknowledge elders past, present, and emerging, and country itself. I'd also like to acknowledge that the land that I am on today has been stolen and has never been ceded. Hi, I'm Lucas from Green Guided Future, and in today's video, we're going to be placing the Green Guided Future name onto some secondhand shirts that I found at op shops in Newcastle. Let's do it. The first thing I did was got in the car and went to some op shops that are around Newcastle. So I think I found a Salvo's. I walked in there, I had a little look at some of their shirts and was actually able to find some really awesome shirts, which I have here. So I've got a long sleeve shirt, a nice white shirt. This one actually happens to be organic cotton, which is pretty awesome. Also have a nice maroon shirt. So what I plan to do is be printing the Green Guided name across these shirts and then giving them to some friends and family or whoever wants one. It's extending the life of these shirts. It's upcycling, which is really good and a lot better than buying new products. The next step was for me to, after sourcing the shirts, giving them a good wash. I went down to the store this morning and I grabbed some fabric paint. So I got two things of white paint. I have a black paint and a forest green paint. I also had to source some screen printing equipment. So I was able to find that online. It's just a little screen printing kit. So it comes with all the little bits and bobs that I will need for today's video. So you're probably thinking to yourself, Lucas, how are you actually going to be learning how to screen print onto all of these different shirts that have various different colors using these paints? And so this is where I'm actually really glad that I'm able to introduce to you my friend Jonathan, who I'm going to be picking up very shortly. Has screen printed in Philippines, in Cebu, for one of the largest festivals in Cebu. So he has countless amounts of experience, and he has thankfully put his hand up to give me a little lesson on how to do this. So I'm very grateful for his support, and I look forward to working with him today and introducing you to him shortly. I'll be heading off to pick him up right now. So I'm just on my way to Jono's now. Yes, I'm going to pick him up, and he has printed out the shirt designs that I've sent him. So they're the things that we'll be having a little look at to see what will work on a shirt and what won't. And once we've chosen those things, I have some acetate, so clear acetate, that I think we use the little cutter that I've got to carve out the words that are placed on that acetate. And then we use the ink, and I think we squeegee it over, not too sure. Jono's going to have all the skills, and so I look forward to learning how he's done it, just being able to see that you can upcycle shirts that are from op shops and put designs on of your own and sort of give those shirts a second life. I think it's such a great idea. Buying secondhand is amazing, really cheap, extremely cheap, and you can find some awesome stuff. My girlfriend and I are always finding some great shoes. We're finding really good clothes. So I'm very grateful that he's going to help out with today's video, and yeah, he'll be coming down in a second to jump in the car, and then we'll be back home and I'll introduce you to Jono. Okay guys, so I'm now back with Jono. I just picked him up from his place, and so now he's gonna, so here's Jono.
Hi.
And so now he's going to show us what we're going to be doing today, and showing me some of his skills, which is I'm very grateful for. So Jono, what are we doing first? What are we doing here?
You have to cut. This is the letters for the print.
Yep.
We have to cut it.
Yep.
And we're cutting it with the acetate.
The first thing we're doing is we're cutting out the logo design using the knife end on the back of the acetate sheet of paper. So I don't know if you can see it, I'll come over this side. Okay, now we're back after a good few hours of Jono carving out Green Guided Future on that acetate we were talking about before. If you can see, green guarded future. It's probably back to front for you, but it is there and it looks amazing. So thank you so much, Jono. That's incredible. So we're up to the next step. So what's the next step, Jono? What are we up to?
First, I put cardboard underneath.
Underneath, perfect.
So that it won't blot.
So completely underneath the shirt.
Yeah. And making sure it's so flat.
Yep.
Everything's flat.
Acetate goes underneath.
Inside the shirt.
Inside. Okay, perfect. We've got the acetate under here, which is that clear A3 acetate this is. Thanks to my friend Jono, he was able to help me carve out Green Guarded Future onto that acetate screen, and now we're sticking it on to the silk screen. Okay, so now we're up to the part where we're putting, we've got the silk screen on the shirt, we've got the cardboard underneath, the acetate in the center. Now that we're up to this point, I'm gonna put this on a time lapse of us just putting the ink on. Has helped us carve out and make some really good looking Green Guarded Future upcycled shirts from Uppshop Shirts.